welcome to yet another installment of the Gauntlet, still featuring the Fantastic Four. This time we got two teams for you. Of course, there's always two teams, but these two teams particularly, I wanted to take a look at before we jumped into things because it features not one, not two, but three Hulks. That's right. Let me get these up here for you. We've got the Green Hulk, Gray Hulk, and Red Hulk. Gray and Red Hulk are on one team. Green Hulk is on the opposite team. We'll see what these teams got, and then we'll analyze it afterwards. Here we got Mr. Fantastic making a second appearance. I don't think the other team's performance did him justice. He's the 40-point version with leadership, perplex, plasticity. Next one, Wolverine. She's got the 4 Shield Beast Hunters. When Wolverine is given a move action after resolutions, remove an action token from her and she can use stealth until your next turn. We've seen that power already a couple of times. Human Torch. This is the the starter set one from the Cosmic Clash. He is, there's 2 Human Torches. We'll go over the first one, the common one, number 3 from the Fantastic Four set. Human Torch increases his attack total +1 for each 4 in his finalized attack roll. He's also got a stop click that has energy shield deflection as long as there's another Fantastic Four friendly within 4 squares. The Cosmic Clash one, that's the one I'm a little excited to play. I have had the chance of playing this Human Torch, and he's always done really well for me, so I'm looking forward to that streak continuing, to him to continue that fiery streak that he's been on, because that makes it very easy to convince me for him to move on to the second round and try to find a home for him. That Flame Trail, especially once per turn for all characters with this trait. When Human Torch moves after resolutions, choose a character he moved through or adjacent to and deal it 1 penetrating damage. Doesn't even have to make an attack. It's a great power. He's got improved movement, ignores characters, flame on, poison, but may even use it if moved or placed this turn. That's brutal. That's brutal, considering he's got that on alternating clicks on his attack. This Human Torch has, like I said, he's always done pretty good for me. And the last special power on his defense is stop, but only if another friendly character with a Fantastic Four keyword is on the map, and he has energy shield deflection as well on top of that stop click. And Hulk here, I don't remember honestly if I'm pretty sure, yes. Okay, so this Hulk was actually made an appearance in the episode that unfortunately did not record, or it did, but it had a technical snag, and I want to try him again. Him and all the other Hulks, actually. It's kind of funny because the other team has the other 2 Hulks, but we'll get to them right now. Because I think in all the matches, the Hulks were the first ones to get KO'd. Red Hulk, I think, was the only one who's had an opportunity to kind of show what he's made of. And I brought him back. So we'll talk about him right now. This one, though, the Hulk, the Green Hulk, he's got Transporter 1, so that means he can carry someone if he needs to. But only, of course, would they have the Fantastic Four keyword. And once per turn, when Hulk is carried and placed adjacent to 2 or more opposing characters after resolutions, he may make attack. Which, if he does, and they manage to do that with the Hulk, when the Hulk hits with a close attack until your next turn, other friendly characters with a Fantastic Four keyword can use charge. So this may not be the best team to try this on, this strategy. Because, Human Torch, he's got energy shield. You don't want him to get close. You want him to stay far. Mr. Fantastic may be a good target, and of course Wolverine is always a good target to have charge. Let's go on to the other team. Let's go look at the other Hulks. Here we go. There they are in all their glory. Let's go over them one by one. Let's start with the Hulks. We've got Red Hulk, Circle of 4. If he hasn't been moved or placed, he gets +1 attack and damage. We got to see a lot of that in a previous episode. Angrier and Hotter with the anger tokens. That one came into play as well. We'll see. He's out of the 3 Hulks so far, he's the one that's made the biggest impression on me. But like I said, because he's been the only one that hasn't been KO'd immediately. And I think I've unintentionally been KOing these Hulks. And I say unintentionally, but I think it's intentional because I see the threat that they pose and I need to get rid of them quickly. So that's why you're going to see Hulk Showdown here. I want to give them the opportunity to show me what they got. Hulk, the gray one, strongest one there is, super strength as a trait. When he makes an object attack, modified damage an additional +1, protected outwit. So he's got the potential to do a ton of damage if he grabs if he grabs those objects. Leaping Smash, Leap Climb, free, improved movement, elevated terrain, hindering terrain, roll a d6, move up to that result. That's a great power. Hoping we can put it to use. And of course, he's got Fantastic Four team ability with the team ability Underworld as well. Right there. Let me see. So let's think about that placement. She can carry, he can carry, he can carry, and Red Hulk cannot. Okay. That looks fine. Nova, trying another chance at redemption. She's probably been the only range attacker that hasn't done so well for me compared to all the other Human Torches who have done pretty decently. I'm going to try her again on this team to see if maybe this team can kind of help her out. I think this Invisible Woman may be able to help her out by using that telekinesis and having that barrier special power. Gonna try to remember to use it this time. Previous episode, I completely forgot about it. That's okay. That's part of what the playtesting process is. And Ghost Rider making another appearance again. Want to try him out again. Last time he got tied up. Had to. I think either he got tied up unintentionally. I don't remember. But as you can see in the beginning of his clicks, he's got Psychic Blast. Ignores hindering terrain. And he also gets +1 if the line of fire crosses hindering terrain on his attack and damage. So, gonna try to redeem him, give him the chance to show me what he's got before we move on to the next round, where I start to make some cuts and cut down on characters that I don't want to use. So let's get this started. The other team got initiative, so let's move on over to the other side. Oh, here is a shot of the map. A lot of blocking terrain. Some pieces of hindering terrain, but that's about it. And it's outdoors. Just blocking and hindering. For those interested, this is the spaceship crash site outdoors map. If I remember correctly, I think this was the one that came with the Secret Invasion set from way back when. Okay, what we're going to do is, let's see, we got leadership, so we can actually take 4 actions, but we won't need to because unless Wolverine has Battle Fury, which she does not, it means that we can carry the Hulk and Wolverine into some action here. I just realized we don't have objects. There we go. So let's get these moving forward. I'm moving both Human Torches. And now Mr. Fantastic. I will pick... what I want to do is I want to position him a little more strategically because he's got leadership. And Human Torch here, let's look at both of them. The starter set 1 has a speed of 11 with running shot, 12 attack, range combat expert. It would make more sense to me to remove the token off of that one with the higher attack, slightly higher range, 2 targets instead of 1. Yeah, let's get to Human Torch over here. So let's look at where we position these two. Right there. These two are behind blocking terrain. This Human Torch is behind blocking terrain, and the Hulk is right on that side. But there's also more blocking terrain right here, so he is kind of protected. But of course, being a melee character, I kind of have to get a little closer with him, a little more in danger. Hopefully his 18 defense with invulnerability keeps him alive a little bit longer. We'll see, we'll see. And now Mr. Fantastic, like I said, I am going to move him closer to the starter set, Human Torch. He's got a movement of 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I want to put him there. I think, you know, his super senses with 17 defense. Okay, so it's not that high. But I think I want to draw some attention away from the Hulk here. You know, placing him back here doesn't really help him because he's got a 4 range. This will help him get a little closer. Hopefully, he can get dodge a few attacks to let the Hulk try and close the gap a little safer. There you see this team right here. Oh, you know, I forgot to roll for deployment orders. Let's go for the first one. It was Finesse, which doesn't really matter because I would have just moved them in the correct order anyway. Let's move on to this team, and this one says conservative actions, which anyone without an action token can take actions, and that's everyone because this is their first turn. So as we established, Grey Hulk, Ghost Rider, and Nova can carry. Nova because she has flight, and Ghost Rider has a trait, and the Grey Hulk, has a team ability, the Underworld. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna let both Hulks travel together. Gonna try to use the Red Hulk as a damage sponge because I want to see what the Grey Hulk can do. Last time, if you recall, Grey Hulk was knocked out before Red Hulk. And this time I want to see what he's got. And hey, if both Hulks survive the onslaught that the other team can do, even better, right? Now I know that pairing 2 Hulks together may actually work. So let's see what they got here. I'm going to carry with this Grey Hulk. He's got a speed of 10. He'll get -1. Can I carry the other Hulk? He doesn't have Battle Fury. So yes, let's go Hulk. 1, 2, 3. Does he have improved movement? Oh, you know what? I also have that free improved movement. Well, let me activate that right now. It's got free. I rolled a d6 and I got a 4. And it says move up to the result with improved movement, elevated and hindering. So I got a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And of course, when he moves, he can carry. And now he's got a speed of 9 if I'm going to carry yet again. Should we pick up some objects? Yes. Yes, we should. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, okay, so that he can make that. So it'll be 1, 2, grab that object, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's put that over there with him. Let's show how close they are. They're within striking distance, and but there's blocking terrain right in front of them, so they are a little protected. It's gonna get interesting very quickly here. Let's get Nova, Invisible Woman, and Ghost Rider in the shot here. Ghost Rider is not going to carry. I'm actually going to charge Nova with carrying Invisible Woman because she's got higher speed and longer range than Ghost Rider. And we don't want Ghost Rider to get slowed down by carrying someone. So let's move Ghost Rider next. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's give Grey Hulk that token as well. Ghost Rider is There's some hindering terrain right here, and there's an object right here as well. Nova is going to carry Invisible Woman. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So she can make it all the way to the other piece of blocking terrain. And I'm going to place Invisible Woman on top of that object since she's got stealth. Again, that trait for Invisible Woman, we're going to take a look at that in the second round. I'm going to make sure to play these Invisible Woman at least once each to see which one can provide the most benefit out of that Form the New Fantastic Four trait. Of course, being complemented with their power sets, because each one has a different power set. So that's it for this team. Let's move on to the deployment role of their opponents. This team now becomes a friendly force. Deployment role says 5 and 2. 5 and 2 means frontline firepower. Got the big boys going first. But let's roll for leadership first. Mr. Fantastic at the beginning of the turn gets to roll for leadership. That's a 3. That's a fail. Okay. I was hoping to get that token off of Human Torch. Get him in. Start making some energy explosion attacks. Which I still may do. Because he's got a 12 attack. If I target that Red Hulk with energy explosion. That one right there. Invisible Woman and Grey Hulk will be caught in a crossfire. I don't think it may be worth it then, because they've both got damage reducers that can ignore the energy explosion damage. So we need to do more damage, people. We need to do more damage. I mean, he has a 3 base damage, but I don't want to push him to just do 1 damage. Oh man. What about Hulk? What can Hulk do here? He's got charge, but does not have his speed. Okay. Okay, we're talking. Now we're talking. We got something cooking here. With super strength. Hey, and there's an object right there. Look at that. Right in front of him, a heavy object. Let's see how far we can make it with him. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So we got a couple options here. We can place him here or here. I think here may be the safer spot, because here would expose him to 1 more character as opposed to just 2, and maybe even here. This is actually probably better. Again, you're going to hear me refer to this a lot and how important placement is in Heroclix. It's one of the more important tactics and one of the most overlooked tactics, because it's one of those things that you have to see when you're playing. It's hard to describe and explain just how severe some of these changes could be, depending on where you place them, how many enemies you're exposing yourself to. But anyways, let's take the Hulk right here. We're even going to pick up this object. You know what? Let's get that one. In case, he uses it and then he can move further along. He's got another one right there. Let's think strategically here, Hulk. Frontline firepower. That means that I got to move in this order. Human Torch, which I think I've already said I'm not going to move or use. He doesn't have Indomitable and it's not worth pushing him for 1 damage. From there, it would be the 75-point Hulk, which he is next. So let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we got to battle the big boys here. Hulk. Green Hulk. He's got super strength as a power. He has a special charge power that does not force him to have his speed. When Hulk hits with a close attack until your next turn, other friendly characters of Fantastic Four keyword can use charge, which doesn't help. because Mr. Fantastic, I don't want to engage Red Hulk in combat because Red Hulk has poison, and Mr. Fantastic is susceptible to that, having only super senses. This Mr. Fantastic is just... I just think he's a bad character so far. That's my impression of him. This is the second team he's been on, and he has not impressed me whatsoever. It's this one here. Let's shame him. Shame. I'm just joking. You know, I don't know. Maybe if he gets those leadership roles more consistently, but we can't help that. That's random. Okay, well, let's make the attack, I suppose. What I was thinking is that, you know, if Hulk hits, he's going to grant Mr. Fantastic charge. Mr. Fantastic can then charge, but he only does 2 damage. Hulk has damage reducers. He takes poison damage. Hulk has poison. And it's like, I don't know. That's the second team you've been on, and you have not impressed me in either one. So let's just make the attack. I'll use him as a theme team prob dude, I guess. That's that. Actually, you know what? That may be his role on a team. He's got line of fire to Hulk. So, I don't really care if I push him because he gets perplexed later. So, hey, fantastic. Maybe you did find a home. Oh, he rolled a 9. Yeah, that's plenty high to hit. He only needed a 7. Now, the question is with this Hulk, he'll take 6 damage. He's got invincible, so he'll only take 3. Do I want to take those 3 with Hulk? With Red Hulk? You know, I can afford to take 1 theme team prob right here with Red Hulk. Like I said, he's shown me what he can do already in battle, and he's been okay. He hasn't been that bad with that poison. I think that poison kind of helps him out a little. And that Circle of 4 trait too. So let's use a theme team prob. They're down to 2. Reroll. Hulk misses. He rolled a 5. Hey, and I just talked about this right now. Mr. Fantastic is going to be used. He's going to push. I'm just going to click him now so I won't forget. I know it has to be after resolutions, but whatever. He's been clicked. And reroll says 4. Not good. Not good, because he used that object. Now, see, here's a question I have for you, and maybe you all can help me answer this. How would you value this? You know, like, let's say this is the second time I've used Green Hulk. The first time, like I mentioned, he did get knocked out rather easily because I saw how much potential damage he could do. Of course, and that could also be his role, you know, that he's just there to absorb damage. But when do you move on from that? Because you can't make taking damage a strategy. I don't know. He's one of those characters that can sometimes be a little hard to gauge and judge just how good he is. Because the dice can be fickle sometimes, and he relies a lot on making those attacks. Just food for thought. Food for thought. Wolverine back here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She cannot reach. Do I have any form of perplex? Not yet. Well, you know, Wolverine, let's get her into position here because she's got that 4 shield Beast Hunters. When Wolverine is given a move action, after resolutions, remove an action token from her, and she can use stealth until your next turn. So let's look at that. So she's over here. We want to get her closer. There's a lot of hindering terrain here, so she'll have stealth for that 1 turn, which is great. You may not be able to see it, but trust me, there's a whole blob of hindering terrain right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Or, you know, why don't I just even put her over here? Oh, because they can charge and stuff. Yeah, let's let Hulk take a bulk of the damage. Yeah, you don't get it. Okay, well, that's what it looks like now. Hiding in hindering terrain with Wolverine. Let's give her that token. Oh, and hey, guess what? Her token gets removed. That 40-point Wolverine, by the way, so far, I know this is the first time I've used her, but I like her already. I like that trait. I think that's what it is. And I'm gonna clear the Human Torches because, like I mentioned, I want. Oh man, you know this is terrible. They only do 3 damage. I'm facing a team of 3 damage reducers with Ghost Rider Hulk and Hulk having Invincible and Impervious and Vulnerability. Invisible Woman's got stealth, so they can't target her. And Nova back there, she's probably the easiest target, but she's well hidden. So they're gonna just have to pass. Like, I'm gonna have to clear them. They're gonna have to wait to get exposed. And hey, you know, maybe this is a lesson for me that too many Human Torches in one team is a bad thing, or I don't know. Have some outwit to help you with the damage reducers. Perplex. Something. Because I got 2 range attackers, 2 melee attackers, and 1 support character. Maybe balance it out a little bit more. One less range attacker and 1 more support character. We'll see. Let's roll for deployment orders for the next team. Here we go. 4 and a 3. That's conservative tactics. Let me mark that. So that means... No, I'm sorry. Not conservative tactics. Frontline finesse. That means that the characters with the lower point value, if they want to take on free actions, they have to move first. Otherwise, they forfeit their turn. Let me see. So it would be Invisible Woman, Nova, has 40 points, 50 points. And the rest are 75, so that means I can choose the order of those 3. So let's take a look at Nova. Nova, again, with poison. May actually come in handy against this one because there's Human Torch. Both Human Torches and Mr. Fantastic are both susceptible to poison. And Nova there, guess what? She's got Too Hot to Touch. Traded poison. Yes, she does. Now, the problem here is that one of the Human Torches, the Cosmic Clash one, and I'm saying he's really good. I feel like he's underrated. He ignores characters, so if I try to stand next to him to poison him, he just, on movement, he ignores characters and he can move away and actually end up causing damage just by moving through her. So the realistic target would be this one or Mr. Fantastic, but Mr. Fantastic can get carried away by a Human Torch, which won't matter. So then I guess the logical choice would be this one, or take the chance against Wolverine. Wolverine here is also susceptible to poison. However, of course, we all know what Wolverine can do in close quarters with her 11 attack blades. Let's go after this Human Torch Nova. But you know what? She's got a token. Human Torch, I'm sorry, Invisible Woman does not. And so if I act with her, that'll leave me 2 actions left because they don't have leadership. Oh, actually, you know what? Hulk does have leadership. What am I thinking? Red Hulk does. Red Hulk is going to roll for leadership. He rolled a 4. Okay, but now I know they can take 4 actions. And Invisible Woman is 1. Grey Hulk is another. I may even use Red Hulk. He's hasn't been moved or placed this turn, so he can get +1 attack and damage. Yeah. Okay, so Invisible Woman. Oh, ho, ho. Okay, I found something. Let's do this. Okay, so Invisible Woman. She's got an telekinesis. And this is why I love telekinesis. It makes things like these happen. Or you know what? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, let's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't even need to use telekinesis, to be honest. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so let's leave that Wonder Woman alone. And here's why. I think she can use Barrier twice. She's got Barrier. She's got Super Senses and that Special Power Protective Instinct. So it's Barrier, Super Senses, Barrier as free. but only to generate markers in squares adjacent to friendly characters with a Fantastic Four keyword that were attacked since your last turn. So she can activate the regular barrier and then barrier as free under that condition. Now, because Frontline Finesse is active, it means that I need to make that barrier now, which I don't want to do. So right now the deployment orders are kind of screwing her over, screwing this team over, I think, because I would have made that barrier under normal circumstances afterwards. Which is fine. That's part of the tough thing of playing with the solo Heroclix rules. It forces you to kind of play differently. It forces you to think about different strategies. Now, I'm considering using telekinesis with Invisible Woman instead of barrier because I gotta use her first. And I don't want to put up a barrier and block the line of fire from Ghost Rider to anyone. Because guess what? Even though Wolverine, X-23 over here, Wolverine has stealth, Ghost Rider can see through stealth. He's got improved targeting through that no hiding from judgment. Special power. Okay, so with Invisible Woman, I am going to move her because her range is 4. So if I'm going to use barrier with her at any point as free, I want her to kind of be closer to her teammates, a little bit more in the thick of things, so to say. So I'm going to do this. This is a little risky because I'm getting closer to the Hulk, but I got to move her. I got to do something with her now. And I think this would help her set up for like maybe doing a barrier in future turns. And again, this is part of the solo Heroclix rules that I normally would never have done that. I would have just saved her and made that barrier afterwards. But you never know, playing it a little differently may yield a different result that you may like to set up different opportunities to maybe she'll work better with other characters than with Ghost Rider. And we'll see. We'll keep play testing this. So let's get moving here. I'm not going to use Nova. If anything, I'm going to use these 3 right here because we got 4 actions thanks to the Hulk. Ghost Rider, running shot, 1, 2, 3. Let's put him in hindering terrain. Why not? 4. Like I said, he can see through hindering terrain. Let's try to take care of Wolverine before Wolverine takes care of us. He's got an 11 attack, 3 damage. With the penetrating psychic blast when making a range attack, if Ghost Rider's line of fire crosses hindering terrain, which it does, modify attack damage plus 1. So he's got 12 attack and 4 damage. And Laura Kinney here, aka Wolverine, aka X-23, only has combat reflexes. So this may be the end for Laura Kinney. 9. I'm going to use a theme team prob with Laura because she's going to get knocked out. It's 4 damage. She's only got 4 clicks. She's a 40-point character, Oh, that's a hit. Laura, we hardly knew you. Takes 4 damage. 1, 2, 3, and she's out. No stop click. Stealth means nothing to Ghost Rider. No hiding from judgment. He takes a pushing damage. Well worth it to knock out what could, if Laura just hits one of those blades attacks with 6 damage, does in one of my Hulks for 40 points. Too much to risk. Too much to lose, I mean. We're going to use this Hulk first. This Hulk does not have Indomitable, but he does do 12. He has a 12 attack and 5 damage because of the Circle of 4 trait that gives him +1 attack and damage if he hasn't been moved or placed this turn. And we're going to take advantage of the fact that Green Hulk over here has only invulnerability. So let's smack him good. He hits, that was a 7 for 5 damage. So he takes a total of 3. Hulk is on click number 4 with charge, quake, toughness, and 4 base damage. Not bad. Not bad for taking 3 damage. Red Hulk takes a pushing damage. That's 3 actions. They still have leadership. Gray Hulk is going to use that free improved movement special power. He rolled a 4. Move up to the results with improved movement, hindering terrain and elevated terrain. So he's going to go 1, grab this object. Oh, wait, I think he already had that object. I just forgot to place it on him like I usually do to indicate that he's carrying it. So let's make that attack. Grey Hulk has 10 attack. Remember that he also gets +1 damage because of the strongest one there is trait. Let's roll. He needs an 8. That's an 8. That's an 8, people. If Hulk takes it... Oh, he only needed a 6. I thought it was 18. So if Hulk takes it, I think he's dead, right? Because he's only got toughness, and this Hulk just dealt him 4, 5, 6, 7 damage. Oh my god. Yeah, we got to take that theme team prob. This is the last one for this team. We got to chance it now. Wow, this team is just getting demolished. Let's re-roll. 7. Still a hit because he only needed a 6. Oh, you know, I realized Mr. Fantastic should have healed 1, which I just healed him when X-23 Wolverine died. But yeah, this one's dead too. 1, 2, 3, 4, and he's out. That was overkill. These 2 Grey Hulks showing me how they work together. How would they work with this Green Hulk? How about we make a team of just Hulks? No, that's just crazy. That's crazy talk. But yeah, that was a fantastic turn, pun intended. Ghost Rider knocked out Wolverine. The Hulks here knocked out Hulk. I don't think that other team can recover. Let's roll for their deployment. Oh, double ones. Double ones. Very sad. So, luckily no one on the other team has been KO'd. However, they can only take free actions this turn. They're still above the threshold. They're at 180 points. But things are just not looking good for them. Mr. Fantastic's got leadership. I suppose that's free, but he fails. This may be the it for them. This may be a really short match. Let's go back to the other team. 4 and a 3. Frontline finesse yet again. Not going to use Invisible Woman. There is no need. Nova, however, will reposition herself. I'm going to try to use her poison to her advantage and tie up one of their ranged characters. This team is gelling right now. It's gelling like Magellan. Let's clear him up. Oh, you know what? Hulk had leadership over here. Hello. Hello. Darkness, my old friend. Let's do that before anything. He failed. Trying to see if I can get another action in there with Grey Hulk. But that failed. Let's go back to the other team. 6 and a 4. Unrestricted operations. That's this team. Facing off against Nova, Invisible Woman, Ghost Rider, and the Hulks. Things are not looking good for them. Okay, so Mr. Fantastic, I think, has to sacrifice himself for the greater good. We can't let these Hulks tie up our Human Torches here. So Fantastic, we hardly knew ye, but you're going to be used as fodder right now. Running shot. Targeting this Grey Hulk. He's got 19 defense because of that object. He needs a 7 to hit for 1. It's not great, but I don't feel like we need to go after Nova right now. Nova is a minor nuisance compared to the Hulks that are just staring him down. 6 and a 4. That's a hit. That's a hit. Grey Hulk. You know, he's going to use a theme team prob. They're down to 1. Oh. Dude, make that reroll happen. That's a 6 and it's a miss. He needed a 7. Now let's move Mr. Fantastic. And this Human Torch, I'm just going to attack Nova because I don't want to risk that breakaway failing. He needs a 6. He rolled a 10. And now Nova has super senses. And she rolled a 2. Okay, so she does take 3 damage. It's not going to knock her out. But it does put her down to sidestep pulse wave with still with energy shield. Oh no, not with energy shield. She had super senses. And yeah, so that's not that bad with a 9 attack. I think I made the right choice there. I don't mind taking that 1 damage to deal 3 damage to her. Because you know, if another one kicks the bucket, the 1 damage can just get healed back up anyway. That was their turn. Let's move on to the other team with the Hulks and Ghost Rider. 4 and 1. Frontline finesse yet again. Frontline finesse. Let's see. Invisible Woman. Do I want to use her? Oh, you know what? Let's do that poison damage right now before I forget. Or actually, I think I need to do leadership first. Let's do that. That's a miss. Okay, now let's do poison. Poison the Human Torch. Okay. Oh, you know what? I forgot Red Hulk has poison. Oh, that poison is just slowly chipping away. Red Hulk also still has the Circle of 4 active. He has not been moved or placed. Let's take an action with him. He has no tokens, so if he makes an attack, he'll get +1 attack and damage. Right now he's on the 2nd click, so he still has 12 attack with 5 damage. Here we go. That's enough. That's a hit. Mr. Fantastic's got super senses. Rolled a 2. He's going to take 5 damage. Okay. I'm calling this game right now. Wow, that's terrible. That is just brutal. This team is just going to town on them. Oh, you know, well, I'm going to count that attack anyway. But what I needed to do first with Invisible Woman, since we got frontline finesse, was use her to move Hulk off of that object. Then use Nova to make a pulse wave attack. Well, you know what? No, Nova's doing fine on her own over there. I know Human Torch is going to knock her out in a turn, which is okay with me. Because I think I'd rather use them for, which I already used Invisible Woman. I made the attack with Hulk, which it should have been done in that order, but that's fine. The result is still the same. Hulk now can grab that object and not be hindered by it when he moves. And move up to his speed value. Oh, and you know what? He's got leap climb free. I completely forgot about that. So I didn't even need to do a telekinesis with her, but that's okay. Gonna use Hulk now. It's got that free action. 1, 2, 3, 4. Carry that object. It's not looking good. I definitely just need to stop this. Oh wow, an 11. Yeah, that is game over for this team. I thought the other match was bad. Wow. Terrible shame, really, that the match I think that has been the most climactic is the one that unfortunately I did not record. The one with Dr. Fantastic spawning that Franklin Galactus bystander. Because a lot of these matches are turning pretty, they're pretty lopsided. They're one-sided where one team just dominates the other. And that's okay. That's part of the first round, was still figuring out what works and what doesn't. Overall in the match, I was very impressed with how, the team with the Red Hulks, the Ghost Rider, Invisible Woman, and Nova handled herself. I'm still not too sold on Nova. Invisible Woman is starting to grow on me. I just need to keep remembering to use her power, so we are going to see more of her later on. Ghost Rider was just as good as I thought it was going to be. And the Red Hulk has been just so consistent throughout. I don't know if it's the combination of powers that he has along with his trait. And Grey Hulk, just, like I said, I figured the first time I saw him, he would do a lot of potential damage. This time, he was able to get all that damage through, and that's why he's lethal. We'll keep messing around with these teams. We've got one more team for the first round to go over before we move on to the second round. Don't forget to like and subscribe. That way you're notified when the next episode of the Gauntlet comes out. As always, thank you so much for watching.